saying YouTube. So, first full day of eating, which I've been really excited to do. It is 12:30 now on the dot, and I'm tucking into my first meal. This is 200 grams of Greek yogurt. I always use skyr because it's a little bit thicker and it's a bit higher in protein. 50 grams of berries, 10 grams dark chocolate, 10 grams of peanut butter, and 30 grams of whey. Really good to get a high protein breakfast in the morning. So this comes up to 46 grams protein, 24 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. So low carb meal, but I'm just coming out of a heavy deficit. So we're reversing out for a 35-week bulk in preparation for a bodybuilding competition in 2026. One really useful tip that I'd say when you're dieting, you want to actually realise you're having your food. Like, you're not on your phone, you're not on your laptop, and this is going to slow down the eating. I actually freeze this meal to slow it down further, so it takes longer to eat, and then by that I feel like I've eaten a lot more. So that's a really useful tip if you are dieting. So like I say, we've fasted now until 12. Just been doing some uni work this morning, and now I'm just sort of getting my meals in, ready for my gym session tonight. Right, so meal number 2. It is just about to turn 2 o'clock, so only about an hour and a half difference between these two meals. That's sort of the benefit of intermittent fasting. You can start having your meals a little bit closer together. All I've got is chicken, rice, and some veg, so I've mixed that in there. The veg is definitely there for volume, more than anything. Will I have this much veg in my off season? We'll see, it depends how full I'm getting. One thing that I'd definitely be saying is salt all your meals. Don't know why I did the little fluke, but salt all your meals. This is going to help you essentially with your hydration, your blood flow, so always have some water on the go when you're having a meal as well. With this meal, calorie breakdown, or should I say macro breakdown, is just going to be 49 grams of protein, 32 grams of carbs, maybe a little bit extra because I've been putting kidney beans in, and 4 grams of fat. So this meal, again, staple meal, sort of chicken and rice for bodybuilders, but at the same time, you can do so much with it. After I've eaten this, I'll let it settle, go for a little walk for about half an hour, help sort of get it around my body, get the carbs around, and then I'll see you guys for meal 3. Yes, now, so I've just finished my meal 2. Like I said, going on a walk, and I forgot, I actually put a Q&A on my Instagram. So if you don't already follow me, my Instagram's jordan.williamson. I essentially post all fitness related stuff because I'm a coach. Some of the questions we've got are, would you prefer to program deadlifts or rack pulls in terms of injury? Now, both movements are obviously hip hinges. Personally, I think under the correct guidance, you're going to be able to get the correct form. So injuries should be reduced, especially if you're working with a coach. However, from personal experience, I do know more people that got injured doing deadlifts. Myself, one of my mates had a herniated disc because of it. So in this instance, rack pulls are probably less likely to get you injured and maybe more suitable for beginners. But for those of you that want to do deadlifts, even though it is a compound lift, it's definitely worth sort of practicing on a lower weight before you're going up. Question number 2, how do I eat and train right if I don't have the time? This is a really good question. My sort of question back to you would be, are you a busy person? Do you think you're going to be busy later down the line? The answer's going to be yes. Everyone's busy seasonally. So what I'd say is you should be learning how to fit this into your routine. Now, everyone's routine's different, so I can't give you a definitive plan on how to do it hour by hour, minute by minute. But the sooner you figure out what works for you, what times work for you, the better you can actually fit this into your routine. And if you're going to learn this while you're busy, then you're always going to be able to do it whether you're busy or whether you're quiet. Final question did make me laugh. When are you cutting your fringe? Well, the answer to that, I am sort of receding, so I'm going to be keeping this fringe as long as possible for as long as I've got my hair, is the honest answer to that one. So don't hate, there's plenty of lads my age that are probably going through the exact same thing there. So this walk sort of indicates I'm halfway through my day. Still being a uni student, I tend to prioritise my uni work in the mornings because I'll be honest, I absolutely hate my degree. I don't like uni. But I'm in final year now, so I've got to stick it out really. So I'll use this walk to sort of segregate that part of my day, which is where work block A comes in, and work block B is all focused on business. So actually focusing on my own systems, my clients, and just essentially then getting ready for training. So we'll go back, do some of work block B, separate that with a little meal, and then go into a little bit more work before getting ready to get into my training. Okay, joining me for meal 3, 4, 3, loose count here. This is, again, chicken and rice. Usually it would be mince, so 5% beef mince, but I've just run out of mince. So I'm using chicken here, and with all my other meal preps as well, so I've got some more in the fridge. This is about 30 to 40 grams less of chicken, but that's alright because I wanted to show you guys a little snack that I have. So I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to have that. This will be my last meal before I train now, so I'll be training in about 2 hours. This again, plenty of vegetables, the key, volume, plenty of colour, give it a mix. Greens, beiges, so I've got mushrooms, spinach and onion in here. Chicken and obviously the rice. The rice, again, this is something I made earlier, but what I tend to do is I always leave one meal where I have to fully cook it. And the reason for that is it just sort of delays the amount of time between me being hungry and me actually eating. So then it means I've got less time on a night to binge, and there's also less chance of me going off plan any further. So I'm gonna get stuck into this and I'll show you that little protein pudding after this. So this little protein pudding, really easy to make. It's literally just 1 scoop of protein and like half a teaspoon of baking powder. I usually just drizzle it on, and then you can put, I don't know, little toppings on like a piece of dark chocolate, and then you're not too off plan. It's about extra 4 grams of fat, and then obviously this is just protein, so you're gonna get minimal fat, minimal sugars, zero carbs. So really good little dessert if you wanted to go off plan but you wanted to stay on plan at the same time. Now the hardest part, which flavour? What flavour?
It's got to be carrot cake.
Carrot cake, right, bosh. So all you do, 1 scoop. I'm going to do a little bit of a heap scoop because these are nice. Covered how much that was there, just so you don't judge me. Right, and then like I said, just drizzle a bit of this on. Yeah, that'll do. And then next, all I'm literally going to do is turn the tap on, put a bit of water in. It's better to have too little than too much water to start with. You'll see what I mean. Like I said, better to have too little than too much. And I might have opted for the too much option, but we'll see. At first it just looks like a really shitty powder, but give it a chance to actually mix. And you'll get sort of like a paste. Bit of a glue, to be honest. So do that. So the finished product should look like that. Most people get the sweet tooth towards the end of the night, but, well, to be fair, I'm including that, but I'm going to be training later than I usually would today, so when I get in, I don't want to be going to bed too full and that ruining my sleep into the next day. So when you get it in, put it in for a minute, but it won't actually take a minute. I'd recommend, so taking it out after 30 seconds, giving it a quick stir, and I'm going to put 10 grams of dark chocolate on, and then leave that on top, and I'll mix it in afterwards, and we're cooking with some gas there. Pre-workout, so I've got 100 grams cream of rice. This literally got up to last night by my coach, which is mint because I've been starving. And yes, I do have a coach because I think you can't stop learning. Different perspectives, different levels within the industry. So it's always worth investing in yourself before you invest anywhere else. Then I'll have my supplements. So D3 and K2, Omega, and Vitamin C. And for my intro, I have EAAs and creatine. So I'll just put them in this bottle. I would normally put electrolytes in there as well, but I've run out, they're on the way. And yeah, really, really good meal. I'll give you the macro breakdown for this meal. I didn't for my last meal because it was just the same as the meal before. Here we are. So 100 gram cream of rice, 45 gram whey, forgot to mention that. So this is 41 grams of protein, 82 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of fat. So I've got 20 grams of dark chocolate in here. Don't really like dark chocolate, but I like it, so I'm on like 90%. And yeah, you want to have your fat ranging no more than 15 grams, just because you want to actually slow down the digestion of your meal, which is what fats do. And then with your carb stores, you're obviously increasing your energy levels, but to an extent, we don't want really sugary prees, despite what most people think, just because we're going to go into a state of hyperglycemia then, where our sugar levels just completely drop. We feel a drop off in our workout, we feel like shit, we feel a bit nauseous. So that's what the fats are in there for, a complex carb, and off to go train and pull. Right, my post-workout meal, this is a lot later than I'd usually be having it. 9 minutes past 11, and I'm absolutely shattered here. Going to bed on a full stomach, which isn't ideal, but got to get the meals in, and we've planned this entire day around the filming. So, got a bowl of chicken here, 200 grams chicken, and some veg. Like, I'll always have veg in every meal, otherwise it's boring. You never got fat from eating your veg and your fruit. Got 100 grams of cereal in here. So some cereal cookie because it's peng, some whey, and some bran flakes just for some extra fibre. And then 100 grams of pineapple in there. Again, just the bromelain in that to help break down the proteins a little bit easier, and again, it just tastes fucking great, doesn't it? Having that with unsweetened almond milk, blanched almonds reduce inflammation. Said this before, say it again, so much better for you than traditional sort of milk. For me anyway, I feel a lot more bloated after I've had it. Same with protein, I always get isolate instead of just the impact whey, just because there's less filler, less bloating. But tuck into this, one sort of thing is, if you're somebody who's not going to be eating this late and you'll time it a bit better than I have today, then make sure you're not grabbing anything from in the cupboard. If you're looking in my cupboards, you won't see sort of anything that you can just binge eat on, and that's one really good way to eradicate any binge eating. But I'm gonna get stuck into this. I think the next video is gonna be a training video, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you for the next one.